That's why I think that the Zhiyun Weebill-S, even at this point in 2020, is still one of the best gimbals your money can buy. Yo, what's good guys? It's Ryan, finally back with another YouTube video after a short break from my weekly upload schedule throughout the summer. I'm back with a new studio setup. Yeah, so quickly before the video starts, head down in the comments, let me know what you guys think of the new setup. It's still in a preliminary phase, still working on it, still doing some adjustments, gonna try and make it a little bit better. But yeah, this is how I have it set up for this video. Yeah, and also once this video is over, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and also subscribe with notifications if you don't want to miss out on any of the videos I have coming out in the near future. But yeah, let's get into the video. One of the main reasons I'm making this video is because Zhiyun is actually having a huge sale on a lot of their products right now. The Weebill-S is originally priced at $470, is down to $419 Canadian right now. If you follow the link right down in the description of my video, it'll bring you straight to Amazon and you'll have that discount already applied and you can go ahead and purchase a gimbal. So with a sale like that going on, I figured what better time to talk about why this is one of the best gimbals you can buy for your money in 2020. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about with this gimbal is just the form factor and how easy it is to travel with. It's not too heavy of a gimbal, so you can attach it to the side of your bag without really noticing it there. So it's perfect for traveling around on the go wherever you want to take it. Like this isn't going to add too much to your photography kit. Another thing that helps with the portability is the locks on all three axes that they now have. I can lock each axis in place. That way when I have it mounted to the side of my bag, it's not swinging around like this trying to whack me in the side of the head, because I mean this thing could do some damage for sure. And to go along with the transportability of this gimbal, it's super quick and easy to set up. So not only can I bring it wherever I want to bring it, but once I'm there, all I got to do is place it down on a flat surface. It's super quick to adjust. And also it comes with this quick release plate that you can just mount to the bottom of your camera. You don't even have to worry about balancing. You can do all your balancing at home, have your camera detached, and then once you get there, lock the axes in the position that you want. Throw the quick release plate on top here, screw this in so your camera's not going anywhere. And you've already done all your balancing ahead of time, and you can unlock your axes and you're good to go. And it is true that with gimbals, it's more than just balancing the camera to have it perform as well as it could. But Zhiyun does a really good job of making it super easy for you to calibrate whatever camera you're using, so the gimbal knows exactly how much motor torque to put towards certain motors. You go into the menu screen, you go over to motor, you go to auto, it starts auto tuning. You'll see it shake a little bit like it's tweaking out, but it's good. And boom, it's done. Under 15 seconds, the gimbal's calibrated for the weight, size, and shape of your camera, and it knows exactly where to put all the power in these three different motors. All right, so now the next point I want to touch on is actually one of the main reasons I bought this gimbal. It was a huge selling point for me. It's actually just this tripod extension down at the bottom. This small little tripod can be used in many different ways. First off, you can have it screwed onto the bottom and have it with its legs out so you can balance the gimbal on a flat surface. And also, while it's attached to the bottom here, it gives you a nice good two-handed grip, as well as being able to reach out and extend it far away from your body for getting the camera a little bit closer to the action. And you also have the option to unscrew here and then screw it on this back area. And I love this a lot because me personally, I feel a lot more sturdier and confident controlling my gimbal with my hands in this position than just stacking them on top of each other. It gives two points of contact that are far away from each other, which gives you a lot more control and maneuverability. And then the huge thing for me with this gimbal is the ability to have this attached to the back here and just let the camera drop down and you can go straight into underslung mode. This is great for some really dynamic shots where you're really low on the ground, some really dynamic low angles, as well as when you're just walking along carrying the gimbal between shots. This, holding it with your hands stacked, is quite a heavy way to hold it, putting all the weight on your biceps. And then when you switch it to the back here, still, it's better as far as weight distribution goes, but it's still quite a weight. But when you switch to underslung mode, and here I'll show you just standing up, I can kind of just have the gimbal sitting down by my side, and then it's just the weight of my fingers holding it up, and it's a lot lighter to carry this way. When you're doing long shoots, when you're out for a long period of time, after a while you will start to feel it. So to be able to drop down to this mode here is a huge advantage that this gimbal has. Another thing that really sets the Zhiyun Weebill-S apart from other gimbals in its price range and form factor range is the fact that it's so portable and so easy to travel with, while also having these extremely beefy new motors on the side. So me personally, I haven't had any issues with any sort of setup that I've thrown at this gimbal. None of my camera and lens combos go over whatever the weight limit is, which they actually don't list on the site, which kind of sucks. But they do talk about being able to balance a 5D Mark IV with a 24-70 on it. Another advantage to these really strong motors that people don't usually talk about is the fact that sometimes you don't always balance the camera perfectly. The extra power in these motors is able to compensate for the lack of balance in the camera and still give you extremely smooth cinematic footage with a slightly unbalanced camera. The strength of these motors, along with the build quality of this gimbal, allows for full confidence no matter what shooting situation I'm in, and that's a necessity. If I can't be confident in my gear, I can't be confident that I'm gonna get the shot I want. Another really good thing that Zhiyun was able to do with the Weebill-S was add a lot of customizability and control to the gimbal. The menu system is not complex or hard to navigate. It's very straightforward and easy to find whatever setting you want to change. And they have quite a few customization settings for all the motors on this gimbal, which allow you to adjust the deadband, which is basically how far you have to turn the gimbal before the camera reacts to it, as well as the movement speed of the motors. So you can go in there and experiment and figure out what setting setup works best for your style of filmmaking, so you can orient this gimbal to match the style of filming that you do, which is why I think this gimbal is perfect for either professionals or someone who's just getting into the gimbal space and picking up their first gimbal. Another feature that I use all the time and is extremely useful for me is if you take the cord that comes in the box that matches your camera and connect it to the gimbal, you can change all your exposure settings as far as ISO, aperture, shutter speed, all from the dials down at the bottom. So you don't have to be going up to your camera to make changes about the exposure. You can do it all from down here on the fly, which makes the workflow shooting with this gimbal extremely efficient. Another thing that I really love about this gimbal that also goes into this ability to drop into underslung mode is the option to go into the vortex mode on the gimbal. Basically allows you to do those cool barrel roll shots you see on the internet. They're definitely overused, but if used in the right situation and used tastefully, you can end up with some really cool effects. Other thing I really like using this vortex mode for is putting it in a vertical orientation like this, and it allows me to film vertical video, primarily for Instagram vertical videos, but you can use your DSLR to record them and still get extremely stabilized footage on a higher quality DSLR or mirrorless camera. So after taking all the things I talked about in this video, plus when we're talking about the sale that is currently going on with this gimbal, I think it's an absolute steal. I'm really happy that I made the decision to go with the Zhiyun Weebill-S. I do wish this sale was active while I bought it, so I could have saved a little bit of money. So if you guys are considering buying the gimbal, I would hurry over there now, follow the link in my description before the sale ends, and you'll get a nice discount on it. Yeah, so with that being said, that's all I really have to touch on with the Zhiyun Weebill-S. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to head down below, leave a like, maybe leave a comment what you guys think of the new setup. If you think it's shit, let me know. If you think it's cool, let me know as well. Also subscribe if you haven't already, because I have a lot more gear reviews, photography tutorials, videography tutorials coming out very soon. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell. You'll get notified every time I upload a video. But other than that, it's been Ryan. Peace.